These are the stories
of four childhood friends
who dropped it low in our 20s
and living in our 30s,
waving to our 40s,
but already aching like we in our 50s, girl.
I'm Jay.
I'm Treese.
I'm Ebony.
And I'm Tammie. And after science projects
and all-night partying
and brunches and lunches
and the ever so mandatory power nap
through over 2 decades of friendship, you know what we realized?
We kinda old.
In the 90s, with the black girls, where you in the 90s, with the black girls, where you fun. In the 90s, with the black girls, where you fun. In the 90s, with the black girls.
Hey y'all, hey, and welcome back to another episode of We Kinda Old Podcast.
Hey.
Shit.
You gotta remember we across the interwebs. It be a delay.
It's a delay.
Don't do.
It's a delay. You know,
Anyway.
we gotta. It's like live recording. You know. I mean, not live recording. Y'all know what I meant. Shit.
See, I put on this beanie to hide my new growth, but my new growth want to be out.
Why you gotta
Hey,
tell
gangsta
people?
man.
People can't see your new growth. You had to
I can
brought
see
it
it.
to their attention.
Look at it.
Can't
Look.
nobody see that girl?
You're like,
Can't nobody else see that girl?
And now I can see it since you pointed it out, and that's only because of the white wall.
Anyway, while these kind of old heifers get their lives together, welcome back, y'all, for another episode. We are glad to have you back, and as you have caught on already, we're about to do our toast. So, ladies, I want to toast to, I'm just talking about us because I don't know the mother heifers, but us being women that are aware of our flaws, you know what I'm saying, of our unbecomings, but also being willing to shut your lies up, of honesty, women of honesty, but also being women that are willing to correct those and fix those, first and foremost for ourselves, and then for our children and our loved ones and our
yeah.
spouses.
Here. Clink, 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 clink.
All right, y'all, I need to sip because it's been a day, okay? But since we're talking about that, I know we are those women. Let's talk about the women that ain't that. They ain't shit women. They're trifling ass women. Okay?
Uh-oh.
Now, let me say this. I don't think we have ever really bashed men. I don't think we do that. I feel like we pride ourselves on not like men bashing or male bashing. Now, yes,
Right.
we will point out and say when somebody ain't shit or ain't shit. You know what I mean? But we don't just male bash the whole species. We love men.
Nah,
Right.
Well,
right.
absolutely.
yeah, we still love men.
Love 'em.
But I don't think we talk enough about the women that ain't shit. So we gonna talk about the women. We gonna be on the men's side for a second and kind of dig into what they might be going through, what they might be thinking. Yeah, a little bit. Cause I'm curious. Listen, we may not be those women, but we know women like that, and we be sitting back like,
Y'all only hoes I know.
they ain't got to be in y'all immediate circle, but you done heard some stories. You done had some distant relatives, somebody in the world that you know ain't shit. Hell, take somebody from
Maybe.
TV. Take somebody from TV if you don't know nobody in real life then.
Take somebody from real life.
Because I know you know somebody in real life.
I know some real life.
Know some real life. So, first, y'all know the world of the TikTok. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Who that?
Y'all remember that trend they had when they was like accountability challenge or accountability check, whatever that was. We're gonna do an accountability check. So I want to know from y'all, when were you the fuck up in the relationship, or what did you contribute to the demise of your relationships?
I'll go first.
Go ahead, girl.
This mouth. I just sometimes I have gotten so much better. Let me just myself real quick.
I said,
But
self-aware.
there were times when my mouth was disrespectfully too reckless, and I think I've said it before. Like I was notorious for emasculating someone, making him feel less than, but still like being in a relationship with them. So like you can't You can't do that. We supposed to be
Right.
building our mate up, not tearing them down. Even though, he was doing certain things that would be like, nigga, is you dumb?
Mm.
But like there's another way to say nigga, is you dumb,
Right.
basically.
Yeah.
Also, before y'all finish, I
Like,
want
nigga,
you to
is you
add on to it.
stupid?
Y'all know how, we've had the episode of Secretary Loving Your Secretary. And I'm not gonna say it was a woe is me episode. Not at all. We basically, we told our story. That's what it was. But it was a lot of what was done to us, right? In the episode.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a time that, or an instance of what was done to us, but what we allowed.
See, that was gonna be my answer, like to what I did to contribute to the demise of a relationship. I ignored my time's up timer, my get the fuck out timer, I ignored that shit. This is wrong. You shouldn't be here. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and that's not on some I don't do nothing type shit. Like, yeah, I've done some shit in retaliation, but like what actually contributed to the demise was after the first time I should have bounced.
Right.
After the first,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? I should have bounced.
So it'd be like, can you blame, it's like, what's they call it? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So it's kind of like, after the first time of them showing you their ass and showing you who they really are, can you blame? Is it their fault after that? I mean, it is.
Right.
It is. Absolutely.
It is, but now
Yeah,
you hold some blame too.
Yeah, absolutely.
For me, I can say my contributing factor would be the fact that I don't speak up enough. And I honestly didn't start changing that until recently, within like the past few years. So I will let things build and build and build until I combust. Like, but if I see something up front, I'll be through with you. But if we're in a relationship and things are either a little rocky or whatever, instead of me voicing my opinion on the rockiness, I just swallow it like it ain't nothing. But then one point it could be one little thing like you tied your shoelaces a different way, and then now I'm snapping and all I see is red and ready to take you out.
Me too.
So I would say that would be my
out, Lord.
Tying the shoelaces wrong.
like it will be one little thing and it would literally just make me snap. And I'm not even just thinking about like relationship as far as intimacy or someone that I'm trying to be with. I'm also talking about like on friendship terms. Like I remember one time I corrected someone because they kept nicknaming my son Sin. And even though his name is Sincere, I didn't like the nickname Sin because my child is not a sin. So when I finally spoke up and it was an old group chat that I was a part of. When I finally spoke up and corrected people about it, now it was like I was the problem because now I'm speaking up. Right. I'm the bad person now because now, even though it's maybe in a few months or even a year since you've been saying it, but now I'm correcting you. So now I'm the bad person. But at the same time, it's like you can't force me to speak up when I'm not ready to speak up. So now I'm just trying to get out my own way and just speak up regardless. So yeah,
You know what else I can speak to? Like, on past episodes, I've always said that I liked a little grunge with my man, but I have confused a little grunge with a fuckboy. Yeah,
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Come
So
on, self-awareness.
yes, I will be.
And I'll drink to that.
Listen,
honesty hour.
I wanted a little thug or whatever, but I should have been like, "You been to jail how many times?"
Right.
I didn't always just be like, you're probably not for me. I only have one day under my belt, but you took some years. I probably shouldn't do this.
Child, I roll out with a Negro before too. Shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Son
you
of
be
a
knowing
bitch.
certain stuff, how they get down, and it's not something that you would want to have a part of your life long term.
Mm-hmm.
Like you sell a little weed, but like a job though. But now, listen, for a wonk,
401.
for a wonk, your job don't give you a
So-
401.
Mine would be. Damn, I just had it. Lord mode.
She said, "Lord, I'm old."
I am, because I just had it. But I think mine would be kind of like Treese. I literally saw stuff with my own eyes and somehow played the fuck out of my mind like it was okay. You know what I mean? Like, I saw things that made me raise my eyebrow, gave the side eye, but because of either past or just what I wanted, you know what I'm saying? What I wanted to see, what I wanted to hear, I let that shit penetrate and ignored all the bullshit that I actually saw. Like, even, you know, the guy living with the baby mom that they ain't together, but she ended up pregnant,
Yeah.
but they ain't together, and even stayed in the situation after that happened. Like,
Yeah.
that ain't nobody fault but mine, bro. Like, girl, you knew better. You know what I'm saying? You knew better.
knew better.
And I remember Treese had posted this. I think it was a post in your stories, and it was talking about like why do
Look at
men
Tree's face.
why do men? Because wait, we're going the wrong way. But like, why do men stay in a relationship if they want to cheat or some shit like that? And I was like, because they can. And I remember we had like a little back and forth. He was like, I don't know if I you know agree with that. And I was like, but they can. Like,
Yeah.
yes, we are not the reason why they cheat the first time, but if they continue to cheat and we knew about it, it's because we allowed them to.
We allowed
That's just
it.
how I feel. And I feel like, so with me, with my situations, I allowed the bullshit to continue even after I knew it. So therefore, why would he stop? Like we always say with the milk and buying the cow, why would he not get the milk for free if we gonna just let him?
Right. In a lot
You
of
ain't about to-
situations.
you are not about to tell me off in this episode. That's all.
But in a lot of
Listen,
situations,
I'm
if-
telling myself off, okay?
if you allow someone to do something once and you know that they did it, what gives them a reason to stop? Because it's oh baby please. That's not going to give them a reason to
But
stop.
see-
They have to want to stop because they want to stop.
But see, my question
have to
is
have an
then
incentive to
where
stop.
where does forgiveness come in? Like,
Well, when do
Like, do
forgiveness
we-
stop?
do we have
No,
to be?
so
Do we have to be that? But I'm saying, like, we let the one thing slide. It's our fault for letting the one thing slide.
no, it's how many times do we let that same thing slide?
Well,
How
of
many
course,
times
we
but
letting
the
it?
thing is like then we're also saying, well, after the first thing, I should have been out, and because I personally believe that I should have been out after the first thing because certain things is
Depending
just not
on what the
a
level.
one and done. It's just not.
Right,
Yeah.
absolutely.
It's just not.
After the first
Right.
baby, I
Like,
should have been out.
so we don't forgive people no more. Like we just
You
like
in
what
my
the fuck
business?
do you
There's
do?
levels,
Girl,
just like everything
I'm in
in
my
life.
business.
There's
What do
levels
you
to
do?
forgiveness. But how many times, if someone
I
keeps
forgive
telling you
you,
that
but
the
I
sky
gotta
is
go.
purple,
Absolutely.
and yeah, because that's a protection of
Absolutely.
yourself.
That's
Because
what it's
again, what
supposed
is the
to
I can
incentive
forgive you from
of them
across the
leaving?
street.
be. Mhm. And if you
Okay.
really bang with me like you supposedly bang with me, like you wouldn't have let it happen one time. You wouldn't have made a fool of me one time. You wouldn't, you know what I mean? You wouldn't have embarrassed me. You wouldn't have gone against your word. Like certain things, you just like everybody has a decision to make.
Everything's
But
a
you made
choice.
it- you
Tree,
made a
shut
choice.
up.
Right. And
Got a
again,
background
that's the
music.
thing. I will say that, you know, they say, yes, everybody makes a mistake. Okay, but when it's multiple times, it is a conscious choice. It is no longer
Oh
a
yeah,
mistake.
absolutely, absolutely.
I might forgive a mistake, which is one time. Repeatedly, nigga, you made a choice. But anyway, we're going off topic of what I was going.
A
Okay,
mistake
because
is
I'm about
not
to say,
taking
go
the chicken
ahead.
wings out the freezer.
Because I was
That's a
going to say,
mistake.
like, cheating on someone, is that really a mistake?
No. You consciously decide to put your penis inside a vagina.
Right.
Our
Listen,
residential
listen,
cheater.
Or you
Listen,
decided to
that's a
spread your
vagina.
legs, like whichever
I
way.
have
Like you
definitely slipped and
decided.
fell on a dick a time or two in my life.
Ain't no slip and fall.
Shit.
And
Slip and split?
I'm keeping it $1.50.
There
Ain't
has
no
definitely
slip
been
and
a time
fall.
or two where I was
Ain't
like,
no slip and
I'm
fall.
not doing this. I'm not gonna do nothing. Oh, no, oh.
But you wanted to.
Ain't
Ain't no, ma'am.
I gotta go
Man.
home. Oh, I gotta
Not
go
the Jerome
home.
dance. Not the giraffe.
Damn.
I can't stand her life right now. I
slipped.
cannot.
The second that you
slipped.
opened the door, you already knew that was about to happen. If I
Sometimes we be
open,
thinking we have the self-restraint.
when
and then
I
we don't.
take the lock off the
That's
door
true.
and open it, it is ajar. So are my legs. Okay.
And on that note, now Jada stated that her mouth get her in trouble. I would assume that's your toxic trait.
Yeah, I mean, but it's like it's been like that all my life. I used to get in trouble for talking too much in school. It just I be saying different things as an adult, and not all of them be nice. I'm still a work in progress. God damn it, shit.
I think mine's very similar to yours. Like I get, again, y'all know me and people who have been listening. I haven't had a lot of relationships, you know what I'm saying, in my life. But the one, and I guess main one, I would, how you sit and reflect on the past and what didn't happen and what went wrong, and what hopefully you're reflecting on what you contributed to why it didn't go wrong or how you could have maybe made it better. But I'm like, I remember that one time I was like, I don't need you for shit. And then that second time I said that, and then the third time I said that. So for me, it's like, I think I had the conversation of, like, at the time, again, we were young. I always made more money than him. I ain't need him for no damn money. You know what I'm saying? I was bringing the bag. He was pursuing dreams. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you how bad I
shit.
am. When you just said that, I almost was just like, but that's not right. That's
right.
not right.
And that's the thing. Like, in the minute, in the heat of the moment, you say some shit. You know what I'm saying? And for me, it wasn't even on that level of like, I don't need you. My thing was, I didn't know how to communicate, because I really was trying to say, I don't need you for money. I need your support. I need your affection. I need your attention. And we had, when we were in calmer times, we had that conversation. But when we were heated, it didn't come out that way. I don't need you for shit.
In a heated discussion, anything can come out my mouth.
Right. But for a man and his pride and his ego, that's
Fuck your
very
pride,
much
fuck your ego.
But you know what?
But we can't do that.
I've always
can't
been
we?
conscious of the things that I say.
You can't do that.
Why can't we? Because
can't do
if you're starting the fire, why can't I continue it?
Because there's a level that you're supposed to do. Like, if I start the fire, does that give him to go ahead to call me a bitch because he mad?
See,
No, 'cause I
I'm
will
like,
fuck you up.
if
But
you want to call
it's
me
like,
a bitch, I'm gonna show you a bitch.
But this is what I'm saying. It doesn't make
Maybe
it right.
maybe I'm toxic.
It's not okay. Like I'm a big proponent
No.
of the scars that words leave. You know what I'm saying? Cutting deeper than physical scars, which is why my actual toxic trait was being violent. I don't hit people no more, but my toxic trait was violence. I would never use my words to hurt people, but if I said it, I meant it, and I'm not taking it back. Y'all have witnessed the things that I have said to hurt people, and I said I'm not taking it the fuck back. I meant what I said. I didn't take it back then. I ain't taking it back now. If something come out my face, hey, listen. If something come out my face, I meant what I said, because I'm very careful with the words that I choose.
Me too. Now I'm very, very. I'm a lot.
I've
better.
always,
I still cut you
been big
with
on
my.
it, 'cause
I'll
I
still
don't-
cut you
'cause
with
I
my
don't
words.
want nobody to say nothing to hurt my feelings, because I'm an overthinker and overprocessor and overanalyzer. So I'm gonna be thinking about that shit
You
over
wanna
and
take
over
it
and
to
over
heart.
and over and
You
over.
wanna
And I don't
kill
want
me
nobody
with
to
this.
do that shit to me. So I make
Right.
sure that I don't do it to other people unless I fucking meant it.
Because after we have the
I fucking
argument
said it.
and you apologize, I'm still going to be thinking that this is what you said and this is what you meant.
Yup.
That's why I be
So
quiet.
I
a lot
can't do
now.
the whole, like I said, we, our pride, our ego, our emotions too. We want them to be gentle and careful with them, but we could just say what we want to say. We could just pop off and all types of
that shit
bitches,
ain't cool.
bitch ass
See,
niggas.
But
ain't
see,
cool.
I'm looking at it like
That
this.
shit ain't cool.
I'm not the confrontational type of person. So if you're coming to me starting this fire, you cannot be mad at me for continuing the fire. And maybe that's why past relationships didn't work. I have no idea. In my current relationship, we literally had 2 arguments, 2 heated ass arguments. And they were healthy, quote unquote, arguments, because none of us went below the belt. None of us said shit that we would that we would wake up the next day and be like, fuck, did I say that? None of us said anything like that. Do I remember these arguments? Absolutely. I can tell you where we was at, what we was doing. I can tell you everything about that. But in the past, if the argument was brought to me, I'm coming to you like you a whole nigga off the street. I don't give a fuck. And I don't know if that's just
That's
growth.
no good. That's no good.
It might not be no good, but like I said, I'm not the confrontational type. I'm not going to bring nothing to you. I'm not going to be like, I don't know. Like, no, I'm very positive about any situation. If you come to me about something, I guarantee I'm going to find you a positive thing to reflect on in that situation. So now you're coming to me with all this confrontation. It's like, dog, why? What did I do to you?
Confrontation doesn't mean disrespect, though.
That's
confrontation
true.
doesn't mean, like, if I'm coming to you with an argument, that doesn't mean I'm disrespecting you. That doesn't mean I'm belittling you. That doesn't mean I'm demeaning you.
It
That
just
mean
mean I got
I'm
beef.
passionate about this issue, and I need you to
So
know
maybe
what
I
the fuck I'm
use the
talking
wrong.
about.
Maybe I use the wrong term as far as confrontation.
She mean the smoke. Like if you bring the
You
smoke,
coming
she's
with
gonna
the
get
shit,
But
I'ma
but
keep
again, that's
digging
what
at
I'm
it.
saying. Like,
She said, "You start the fire, I'm fanning the flames, and as the house get burnt down, it get burnt down."
Oh fucking well.
I feel that though.
And
I feel
again,
that because I
that's
don't
no
be
good.
messing with people. I don't. Mess with
It might
people
not.
unless
That's
they
what I'm
mess
saying.
with
I
me.
don't mess with people, so it might not
I
be
get- I
no
feel
good.
that.
But from my point of view, if I'm not fucking with you, why are you fucking with me?
Period. And then that can be coupled with the fact
What
that
happened to honesty
you
now?
sit on stuff and let it boil over and let it, because so you want to catch me on the wrong
Like
day when
and
my
that's
top
what I
about to pop
said.
off, and I'm a cuss you all the way down the line. to
So
your great
that is a personal issue, because
But
you
I
are
said
now
that.
bringing all of your issues on me, and just because I came to you with a discussion or an argument doesn't mean I deserved all that heat.
So it's
But
not going to be all of my
listen.
issues. It's going to be everything between us, and then now it's just combustion. Like now everything is about to
not be.
explode.
Yeah.
But it may not.
And
be
I- but I
everything
said that in the
between us. It
beginning
might
of the
be
episode.
You argue with Susie at your job that pissed you off earlier.
I'm not that type of person. I'm
But how
telling
do
you,
you
I'm telling you,
know?
I am not the
How do you know?
ex
you're not
bam. Well, she ain't
misdirecting-
here, but I'm not. I would.
Redirecting-
I don't redirect that shit. I don't do that because
I
just like
typically
when I
don't
go
either.
into a new relationship, I'm not going to fault you for the shit that somebody did in the past. So why am I going to fault you for something that somebody did at work to me?
So now you're gonna fault me for, and I'm in BAMs, but figuratively, you know what I'm saying? So now you're gonna fault me for something that I did last month that you didn't want to
you ain't
speak
say
up
nothing
on.
about.
You wanted to sit on. Now
I
it's
said
been
I'm working
festering.
on it.
Now
Yeah.
but this is why I'm saying how it's not good. This is what I'm
I
saying.
didn't- right,
When I
but
say
in the
it's not-
beginning
but
of the
every time
episode-
we say it's not good, you say, but why ain't it though? I'm telling you why it ain't good.
In the beginning of the
you
episode,
know because they brought me to smoke and I won't be fucking with nobody.
I feel you.
Nigga.
I feel you, Ed.
You have pent up
Thank you, Jay.
aggression.
That's like,
but I
Why
said
the
that in the
fuck-
beginning.
I
I
got beef
said
with
my
you, now you gonna
toxic
let
trait could be the fact that I don't speak up enough.
don't take the top off the soda if you seen it was shooken up. Okay, period.
You
Leave
see
it the
them
fuck
bubbles?
alone. Let it settle.
These two over here talking about y'all niggas gonna make me. I know you don't really wanna.
God, the people y'all deal with. Sorry to them people.
Okay.
No, but
Sorry
I'm
to
better.
Well,
them people.
I'm better now.
She decided to put a ring on it, so I guess I'm better now too.
Amen. But I'm
But
better
honestly,
now.
though,
I
in
just don't
this
talk to
current
people.
relationship, it took me a minute to speak up on certain shit that she was doing in the past. And I'm getting better because I didn't let it explode. It was just like I had to figure out a way how to communicate this. Like I had to figure out how I'm going to tell you this without hurting your feelings. So I
Sometimes
guess
feelings
I
gotta
like
get
her a
hurt.
little bit.
But I think it's
She said
it's a healthy
sometimes
way of
feelings
doing
gotta-
that. You know what I'm saying? It's a healthy way
My
of
healthy
hurting
way
feelings.
is blocking people.
That's
I
not
don't
what
have
we're
nothing nice
talking
to
about.
say. I don't say nothing at all. That's growth. What
That is growth.
you talking about?
I'd rather not say nothing if I think that it's going, yeah, that's, I'm with you
I don't
on
want
that,
my
Jay.
pressure up. I don't want my pressure
So
up.
my toxic trait
is you mean.
I leave.
You mean.
I mean,
Mean?
am I?
You are mean.
Am I? Damn. Okay, well, I guess I got a couple. I wasn't gonna say that.
I mean to. That's
I wasn't
what
gonna
we
say
said.
that. Well, okay, I guess. Okay, I mean, all right.
Maybe I'm too nice.
Damn. What was my actual? Oh, so how we was saying, I was explaining how I know like it's not good to belittle and all that type of stuff, and Ed was like, "Well, why ain't it? Cause my issue, if you come to me like what I'm saying, like you said with the fire, I want up you.
You a one upper.
I take it too far.
Oh, that's
So
not
I'm-
good
I'm-
either.
Yeah, no, I know.
That's
No,
no
no.
different
word.
No,
That's no good.
But yeah, it's not. But so, like I said, so I get it. That's why I can recognize why it's not good. Because yeah, if you come to me, I mean, ain't nobody calling me no bitch or nothing. But if you like want to be petty and attempt to hurt my feelings, okay, we can play.
You
I'm
want to
hurt yours worse.
play?
Yeah, I'm gonna hurt you. Cause I mean, I've said this before too. One thing my mother did very well is, told me if I acknowledge and I know self, can't nobody tell me shit. So like, even y'all tell me I'm mean,
Facts.
okay. You know what I'm saying? Somebody tell me I'm stubborn, whatever. I like to be in control, whatever.
Yep.
You can't tell me shit I don't know about myself already. So you're not hurting me, but I can hurt you.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
So that's probably mine. I need to learn how to keep it
Even kill.
the level. Maybe
You need to learn from the book of Leave Me Alone. Just okay.
I have been though. I will separate.
Yeah.
I will separate and reflect and internalize and make sure I'm not about to spaz out where I want to cut somebody, because that ain't fair. That ain't right. You know what I'm saying? They may not have meant it like that. So sometimes I've learned to check self.
That's that bullshit. Literally.
Get it? Puns.
First of all,
I like the puns.
But bump.
And
That bullshit.
anybody else got some toxic traits we don't know about? Cause hell, I didn't know I was mean, but
See, I don't know if it's a toxic trait, because it ain't really shit I could do about it. But I mean, I'm a legit head case. I don't know if that's toxic though.
no,
I don't think
because
it's
you're
toxic.
aware. You're aware.
And the thing
of things
is,
you
and
do.
again, this is not on some ain't nothing wrong with me type shit, because it's like I said, it's a lot of shit wrong with me. But I've been in therapy literally for 30 years. You know what I'm saying? So I've been working on myself and my traumas and shit like that since I was in first grade. So I've always had a mirror on myself, on my uglies.
Right.
It ain't stopped me from hitting people, but it did help me be more aware of mental shit, because I wasn't in therapy for hitting people. I was in therapy because I wasn't right in here. So
Right.
I've always had a mirror on my uglies as far as that's concerned. So I've always been very, very aware of the things that I don't want done to me, because they had already been done to me. And I made a conscious effort to not do those things to other people. This was obviously, like I said, since first grade. So this was before I was even involved in any type of romantic situations. I didn't want to do it to my friends. I didn't want to do it to my siblings. I would beat the fuck out of my siblings, but I would not talk to them crazy. And it was just something that,
What if I need a ass beat though? Then beat
Okay.
your fucking ass.
okay,
Okay.
I'm just saying. But you forget about like fights and shit, but you don't forget the things that people said to you. People be like,
That's true.
you forget about I don't know, you forget about this, you forget about that, but you never forget the way somebody made you feel. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's been with me for as
And
long
words
as I
hurt,
can
yo.
remember. As long as I can remember. So I've always tried to make sure that what I'm left with, what I leave people with, is something like you could say all kinds of shit about me, but you can never say I tore you down. You can never say I made you feel bad about yourself or anything. You could say I hit you in the back with a monkey wrench. Yes, you can. but you can never say, I talked about your height or your ugliness or your bad teeth or your big ass bottom lip or your
Not to
big
your
old wide
face.
nose.
Your face.
Listen, if they don't know, it can't hurt them. Shit. Okay. But you are one. You said you've been doing this for years. I think we all have become more aware and are trying to change things, now. But there is a lot of why are we not careful about what we say to men? Like, why is it okay to curse them out?
I'm gonna tell you why.
Demean
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm
to
gonna tell
men?
you why. Because these motherfuckers walk around like they ain't got no feelings. They be acting like you can't hurt me. You can't say
But
shit.
we
to
know
fuck
they
with
do.
Me. It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter.
That is
What
true.
they portray, what they present, is that it can't fuck with them. You can't get me.
See, I don't think, because I walk around the same way.
And has a
But I
motherfucker
think
tried
they do
you?
it
Yes.
more frequently though,
Huh?
because they don't want to feel their feelings. They don't want to appear to be weak or whatever.
Y'all.
Okay,
It
but
doesn't make it
even if
acceptable,
you
though. It
have
doesn't.
a man, what if you have a man that is very much in tune with their emotions? They are very much aware that, you are a woman, you should be treated like blah, blah, blah. They're aware with how they want to feel, what they require, what they want from you, but they're being dogged the fuck out. They don't go around like their
What, by
feelings don't matter. I'm sorry? Yeah.
Being dogged out by
not
you or
us.
society?
The proverbial you.
No, they're by their person, their
Well, that's-
partner.
They didn't even
I
get the
I think
help.
that's I don't think that is something that happens, because I think
No?
as a what are we, women, that person, as a woman, I think that I think that if we see somebody that we know has feelings, I don't think women intentionally will pounce on those feelings. If we know that you have those feelings, if we know that you exhibit those feelings, display those feelings, and don't try to close them off and shut them down and all that shit like that.
But
Women
what
like
about
to
the
pick.
women? What about the women that see that as a weakness and then will
I don't know
call
them
you
hoes,
prey
Gary.
on it.
weak?
I don't know them
And
hoes.
yeah, you crying, you a bitch. Oh, you and your emotions again. You
They
weak
was
as fuck.
raised fucked uply. Yep, fucked
Like,
uply.
I've heard about them, but I don't know them girls in real life, and that's
They're
the
terrible
truth.
people.
I've seen them on the interwebs, but I don't know them in real life, and I
And
honestly
same,
I
I
think they be
don't-
trolling. Like
I don't know them in real life.
I just think I'm like, is this real life? You can't be serious. You can't really be saying this. Like, to me, when I see stuff like that, I'm like, you gotta be joking. You gotta be joking.
I've seen it in real life.
But it's something that just, you know how they say, like, hurt people hurt people. It's something
Absolutely.
That's true.
up with them
And
that they have
that
to
may be
just
the
project
exception,
that kind
not
of
the
shit.
norm. That ain't the norm. That
Yeah,
has to be the exception.
I don't think it's the norm, but I do think that it happens, and men just are, they have to take the shit. They have to just,
No, they don't. They can leave too.
take it on the
I'm
chin.
about to say they can leave too.
Who say you
Period.
gotta stay? You could, sir. You could leave.
You may leave.
You could
Take
leave.
you.
Leave.
You could go.
Take yourself.
There's
and go
another
play
woman.
basketball.
There's
You can
another
go.
woman.
You don't have to stay.
Okay.
Nobody said you had to stay,
Go
because
pick
guess what?
another.
Women outnumber men still. It's the gap is closing, but women still outnumber
Jesus.
men. So you can find you another. You can find you
Yes,
another.
And there
And with
is
the
learning,
interwebs, you can
learning
definitely
and-
find you another.
There are learning, growing women, single women. If you find, and you got a full lunk.
And
That
you
will
are from
gladly.
40
So-
to 45.
Okay, but so if you feel like it's the exception, what about the men? Like, I saw the post the other day, and it was like a whole thread of like why men don't talk to women and why they don't feel like they're safe to show that and be vulnerable with women.
Okay,
Because
so I'm gonna
in
explain
the
that one.
household,
I'm
they're
gonna
brought
explain
up
that one too.
to, we know the sayings, crying, men don't cry, boys don't cry, men don't do this, boys don't do that. So if that's constantly drilled in your head, why would they think that it's okay to now express these emotions, whether it's to a woman or another man? It was literally beat in their head from the time they was born what boys and men are not supposed to do.
That wasn't the
It
their
wasn't the
thing, but
question?
go ahead, Truth.
Pick
No,
out
no,
a
no, no. I'm
reason.
saying that. I'm not saying it wasn't the question. I'm saying they're basically saying like they have and has been shut
And
down
I'm
as
finna
some form
tell-
of
I'm finna
fashion, so
tell
they
you-
stop.
I'm finna
Go
tell
ahead,
you
What you
girl.
want?
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead,
I'm finna tell you why.
I'm
Okay, because you
listening.
know them feelings that men pretend they don't have, right?
Mm-hmm.
They got a whole heap of them. And
Mm-hmm.
the reality is that because, like Eb said, they were taught not to express those feelings, this, and that, third, they don't actually know how to process them, right? So dig this. One girl in junior high school
Oh
heard his
shit.
little punk ass feelings.
Oh shit.
You gotta be a punk ass.
And
Sharkeisha, no.
he done took it out on every woman for the rest of his fucking life. And that's the motherfucking truth. Put that in the fucking checking account and cash the shit, or whatever the saying is.
But that just goes to show, like, they don't really know what the gag is. I mean, for me personally, I can appreciate when a man is open and vulnerable.
Me too. That's
turn
a
me
turn
on
on.
a
That make
bit.
you want to give you the yuck.
Right. No, I ain't
You
say
the
all
beat.
that.
So- in
Not the gulk. Not
in
the
their
gulk, though.
defense, one
let
of
you
them
spend the night
said, "Lord Jesus." One of them, what did it say? One of them said something like, if they need space or something like that, the woman turns it into them. Like they make it about them when they don't either speak or they don't want to talk about it, or
Because
they just need some space.
communication
Now hold
is
on,
key.
hold on.
You have to
It's two
say,
things. Hold on.
girl, I seen this damn
Two
thing
things.
already.
I know, but I'm talking about this. I said in their defense. 'Cause I'm about to talk about me. I'm
Okay,
gonna talk about me.
okay. Because
Yeah,
I
my,
told
my
you, I'm
self awareness. Yeah, no. I saw it too. No, but no, my self awareness. I had moments where I did that. Right? It was, what am I not doing right? Why doesn't he want me there for him? Who else is there for him? What did I do wrong? Like, why is he pushing me away? However, again, and as you were about to say, and I say the same thing, if they had communicated that they just needed space, has nothing to do with you. I just need space to figure my shit out.
Mm-hmm.
I've been like, cool.
That's it. All you have
Take
to
your
do
time.
is say,
I'm here.
I don't even know what's
I'm here
wrong.
when you need me.
I just got to process. And unfortunately, you can't help me with that right now. I don't even know what's going on up in here. I just got to process this. That's all you got to
Right.
say.
Yes, that is
And
the
I
fix.
will leave you
but
the fuck alone.
I have been that person that has made it about me.
It's a
We
normal
all
human
have.
reaction to internalize the shit because you are the person who they chose to be there for them and they are not using you at
supposed
your
to be.
fucking capacity. It's a
Yeah, I'm
normal
supposed to be
human reaction to internalize the shit. If they don't communicate, hey, I don't know what's wrong, or nothing's wrong, I legit just need to be.
Right.
Because let me tell you, Bay used to be like that when we got together. He would just shut the fuck down. And I wouldn't internalize it,
This one.
but I would get pissed because it's like, hey, yo, my G, you can't do that. You can't do that. And I express the importance of not doing that. And because if you do that, I'm just going to press because I need to know what's up. And now this is going to make something this big. So
Right.
in order for us to keep it this big, you need to tell me that either it's nothing, you know, I literally am just done, or I don't know what's up, like whatever it is, you need to find some way to verbalize that shit because
Yep.
if you don't, this will turn into this. And that's
Absolutely.
just, like I said, that's just normal human interaction. Communicate that shit and let it be done with. I don't want to, and you know what? It came to the point where he and I have amazing communication. So it came to the point where he sometimes was like, you know, I don't even know what to say or how to say it or whatever. So I would be like, you want me to leave you alone? Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You done talking for now?
Yep.
Yeah, now see, I was a pusher.
I used to
What's
be.
wrong? What is it? Like, the fuck's going on?
Sometimes they legit don't know. Sometimes they legit just don't fucking
And
know.
it's like, and sometimes I think we have to understand, like, also still putting ourselves in that position, because that has been me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm on the other end where I don't know. I just need a minute. But I think, like you said, how they kind of portray themselves, it's hard for women sometimes to remember that they are too human. So when we feel like they have an issue, we are expecting them to fix it or let me know how I can fix it.
Mm-hmm.
And
We are-
if I'm
we are
supposed to
village
be,
fixers.
you know, that person, and that was also my I guess toxic trait, red flag or whatever. I am, you know, Olivia Pope. I want to fix the shit, and I had to learn that your shit ain't mine to fix. You know what I'm saying? I can be here to support you, but I'm not Bob the Builder. I'm not supposed to build your shit back
You
up.
can't
all the
mama
time.
everybody.
That's one of my things too. I feel like I go into mother mode, but that can also have to do with the fuck boys. I need to stop attracting fuck boys.
See, and that's the thing. It's like, you know, we play, we have the hats, you know what I'm saying? We have our mother hats, we have our girlfriend hats, we have the freak hat, we have the, and sometimes they get all
You
misconstrued and
just got
shit
hats on top of hats.
because it's like, okay, well, how we know how to change from the mother to the girlfriend and leave you the fuck alone? Because when you wanted me to be the mother, it was okay for me to hover and do the shit for you, but you ain't telling me that I wasn't supposed to be mother mode. I'm supposed to be girlfriend mode. Leave the fuck alone.
Right. You
Like-
want me to do certain things, tell you what to do in certain areas, but when I tell you to fucking pick your clothes up and put it in a basket, then it's a
Right.
fucking problem.
You want me to call Comcast
I'm
and
not
why
your
see
pet.
why you
I'm
got
not your
this extra
kid.
charge, but then
Right.
yet you don't want to. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because even when go ahead.
Go ahead.
Now I was gonna say, even like what you was talking about as far as being a pusher, that was me early in our relationship. Like, she used to shut the fuck down to the point where me and one of her best friends, we had built a relationship. So I used to reach out to her best friend like, yo, I'm done. I can't deal with this. This is mentally draining me. I can't take this shit. Nah, just give her a chance. Give her a chance. So I would told her, I was like, listen, and this was still in the whole talking phase. We was getting to know one another. I said, when you need a moment, just tell me you need a moment. Don't go days of me not hearing from you. Like, what the fuck type shit is that on? If we're trying
her
to
sign
build
again?
something, she's a Sag.
Sagittarius.
Okay.
She's a December
Ain't
Sag.
she- Is she at the end though?
The 18th, yeah, the end.
She's a Sagittarius.
Yeah, she's at the end.
Not the terrorist.
Don't scare me like that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear nothing about no Sagittarius being terrorists, because I tell you right now.
I mean, but I'm surrounded by them. She has the exact same birthday as my dad. My stepmom birthday 3 days before. So I'm kind of like surrounded by them. But anywho, I had to tell her, I just need you to communicate with me. If you need a moment, just say, I'm going through something. I need some time. So even now with us living together, now we know each other vibe. Like, if I come home from work and her work day has been stressful, I'm just saying, hey, babe, I said, you all right? And she say, nah, I'm just trying to bust through this. I just go in the room, start watching TV, text show or whatever, and I just let her be. I give her that space. And being as though we're in a close quarters, and I'm saying that, like, because, you know, we live in the same apartment or whatever, space is everything. Like, legit everything. Even if it could be, because y'all know I used to get off work at 2:00. I can come home at 2:30 and we could be still separated until 9-10 o'clock at night, because that space is legit needed. And I'd be all right with that. I mean, I be asleep half of the time, but I'd be all right with that. Like, I can recognize when you need that space. Am I going to check in on you? Yeah. And I'm going to let you know, if you need to talk, I'm here. Just come in the room.
I know that shit is so sincere because it's two women. It's fucking hard with a woman and a man, but two women, I'll be done choke the bitch out. I'm trying to tell you.
That's like, that's a whole myth. It's a whole myth. It's a myth.
Well,
but you
in
know
my
what? I was gonna say.
I grew up with sisters. Okay,
But
It
it's
ain't
not
no
the same
goddamn
though
way.
because her testosterone
together.
level is not the same as mine, so it kind of balances each other out a little bit.
I had the highest testosterone level, and
Girl.
I was ready to choke the pose out. What?
But I was just gonna say to Eb's
I love
point,
my sister.
that's one of those things that comes with getting to know each other, getting to know how each other operates and things like that, because we had to, learn those same things and learn each other's ways and each other's vibes and things like that. And sometimes everything doesn't have to be communicated once once you know the person like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You
Right.
could just
But
get their
these
energy.
guys and they punk ass feelings don't be letting that go that far.
They don't. They don't.
Well,
For some
again-
reason, they try to act hard for the streets, so they bring that shit home. Act hard in front of your boys, but not in front of your girl. Like
Hold
the
on,
fuck?
I'm gonna go
That's
back to
supposed
that
to
one
be
real
the
quick
place
before
where
I
you
say what
can
I got to
let your
say.
hair down.
Right. Take that
Right.
bonnet off.
I'm gonna touch on that. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna rush back around to that point. But I was gonna say that I have realized, like in my current situation, I am that person that
current
will shut
situation.
down.
Ow.
I am the person that will shut down. I am the person that
Kiss the airport.
will need the space. But because of the man that he is, it bothers him when I'm not okay, right? And we've had discussions where I'm like, it's not you. It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with what you're doing, what you're not doing. Like it's I'm just in the mood. I'm just in the funk. It might just be my day.
Right.
And again, he's that person that he's not okay if I'm not okay. And I've recently said, like, I don't want to not be able to come to you because then you're going to make it into you. Right? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like it becomes okay, what I'm not doing
him thing.
good enough. Right. Am I not there? Am I not doing something good enough for you? And again, I've in having these conversations, I also turn them like, was that me? Because again, I was the fixer. I was the one that, was supposed to be there. I was the one that was supposed to fix everything. And
Tell
make
him
everything
stop
better.
being Captain Save-A-Mo. Okay.
But I have said that. I was like, I don't need you to save me. Love me, protect me, support me, do everything else, but I don't need you to save me. I don't need you to save me.
Maybe he's so used to
that.
You think maybe he's so used to having to save people that it's kind of just trickling down into y'all situation?
We've had that conversation. He kind of said, no, I don't believe it. But I said all that to say that it made me kind of reflect on me, and was I that person?
Right.
And I know how it makes me feel. It makes me kind of want to shut down and be like, okay, I need to put on the face, because if
Are
he
you
gets
able
the
to be
inkling,
more sensitive to the fact because you were there before? Are you becoming more sensitive to the fact, or is it still like, bro, you gotta stop? Okay, it's
Shit,
bro, you
that's
gotta
it.
stop. Go ahead.
I think is both, because again, it makes me think, was I that person? I don't know if I was or not, and I ain't about to go ask that person if I was that person. Fuck him. But
Fuck him.
it does make me think, like, okay, was the end, but I know I felt a way if I couldn't fix them, you know what I'm saying, if I couldn't make their day better. So I get where he's coming from, and I think that does give me more patience, because I'm like, okay, I know completely where you're coming from, but I need you to believe me when I'm saying, just relax.
But
Give me a
too,
minute.
when you love and care for someone, you don't want to see them down and out. You don't want to see them depressed.
Right.
You don't want them feeling less than. So of course, it's natural, it's human nature for us to want to fix whatever the
Right.
situation
Shitty when
is.
you
But
can't
that is
help them.
when, but that is,
Right.
it is, it does.
And it makes you
shitty
feel
when you can't help 'em,
helpless.
But that is when you have to say, okay, brother, it ain't about me and how I feel and how I'm supposed to do something. This is their problem, their emotions, regardless if they're my spouse, best friend. This is what they're going through. When they want me, they'll come get me. As long as I make myself available when you are ready, that's all I'm supposed to do.
Right.
But it's not my job to impose myself and take on your issue or, make you want to tell me what it is going on with you if you're not ready.
Right. Give him a forehead kiss and keep it pushing, child.
Right. Mwah, babe, I'm here if you need me.
I think listen, when I tell you the situation and the difference, I am very good at, you need a minute? All right.
Come on,
listen,
growth.
I'm not asking you all right? Anything I can do? Anything I can do? Anything I can do?
I'm not going to ask you that many times. Are you okay? Is there anything I can do? If you tell me it's all right, I'll be like, all right, just hit me. You know what I'm saying?
But what about the people who be
that's a
wanting
fact.
you to do that, though?
I'm not doing that.
Want you to do what?
Do what?
Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?
Some people
I'm
want
not about
that.
to do that.
Some people want that. And
How
they
do
feel
you know
like
if they
don't
want
do
it?
that, you don't care.
You need to put on
They
your
like
big person
the-
draws
they like the
panties
push and
and
pull.
speak up.
I just told you what my script
That's
is.
that's
Are you
that's
okay?
drama and
Is there
attention.
anything I can
Oh, yeah,
do?
yeah,
I got
yeah,
two
yeah.
questions. Just two questions. Are you okay? Is there anything I can do? No, you're not okay. Okay, is there anything I can do? No. Holler at me when you. I mean, I'll be around.
Right.
I'm not about to do
You
that.
know where to
with
find me.
I
Period.
have found that again with men, you can't push. Now listen, I can explain to you how I need you to communicate with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if that's your love language or whatever. I need you to communicate that with me so I know what to do. But I'm not going to push you. I'm not going to beg you. I'm not going to drive myself crazy worrying about it. So don't come to me and say, well, you ain't care. No. You
I
ain't
asked
want me.
you was you okay and was there anything I could do?
You ain't want me. But the rush around to what Treese was saying earlier. Last week's episode, was it last week? I don't know, girl. One of these past episodes in the past 3 that we done did so far. We talked about men being husbands and how come no one's teaching them at a young age, you know, do this so you can be a good husband to your wife and do this, you know, all that type of stuff. Are we, not we, because I know are we teaching our daughters how to be partners to men now? This is very much, now again, our generation and this younger generation is 2 different things. Everybody's trying to be city girls and all that other shit. But even still with our generation, we know some folks. Like, are we, have our parents taught us how to be wives and partners to men?
I
Like,
would like to
have
say
they
so,
taught us
but
how
maybe
to
the one
be-
after us, not so much.
Yeah.
So with my upbringing, as far as verbally being taught, I'm going to say no. But with a watchful eye, yes. Because verbal communication was kind of lackluster in my household growing up. So it wasn't like, okay, Ebony, if you want to make sure that you do this and do that. No, it was just, I saw the bad relationships that my mother was in, and I saw the great ones that she was in. So I think it was just more so being aware of what my mother was doing that made me aware of what I should do in my relationship and what I shouldn't take or try not to take or try not to tolerate. But verbally, she didn't, that wasn't instilled in me. And honestly, it wasn't instilled in her either. So, well, she lost her mother at 14, 15. So it definitely was not instilled in her. So there's a lot of things that my mom pretty much learned by raising me, if that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah, I had a little bit of both. My mom, we would have, certain talks as I got older and started dating and stuff like that. But I also seen, my mom is the goddamn Renaissance woman. She can cook. She was cleaning. She was raising a kid. She was also working. She was sewing shit. She was, like she was doing her thug dizzle. So
Right.
I was able to see that from her. And even though, I haven't decided if I'm going to ever be somebody's wife, I've seen those things. I'm capable of doing it. You know what I'm saying?
You are domesticated as fuck.
As fuck.
I am. But I need to scale back. I need to be domesticated for a motherfucker who deserves to be domesticated for.
It's crazy because I saw my mom do all those things, but I saw my mom do those things as a single mother raising 3 kids. I didn't see my mom doing those things having a partner. I didn't. And is our relationships kind of mirror each other, and it's fucking freaky because I taught her, I won't say I taught her how to cook, but I showed her certain things that I cook. Now I no longer cook them and she cook them. And my mom did the same in her relationship. So it's funny how, like, when we look at our relationships, like, they legit mirror each other. And it's freaky as fuck, to be honest. But yeah, I saw my mom do that as a single mother. So as a partner, my mom sit back with her feet up.
See, for me, it was like Jay, like, you know, my mom was married to my dad, and then, I honestly, the funny shit is I don't ever remember my parents being single. I remember them married to each other, and then married to the people that they were married to after each other. I don't ever remember them being single. But anyway, I say that to say I've never not seen my mom as a wife, right? Mm-hmm. So everything that I've learned about being a spouse, being a partner, good and bad, I got from her. Even down to the, when y'all not okay, you don't stop doing what you're supposed to do. Or you don't stop performing your spousely duties,
wifely duties.
And that carries over into my relationship. Even with me and Bae, we not good. Especially my doors still get open. We not good. Dinner still gets made. You know what I'm saying?
And he get the big baked potato.
And he get, you know what? He got the big motherfucker last night. I mean, but we're great right now. So, but yeah, like the ship didn't stop. The ship didn't stop. You know.
Mm-hmm. I need to learn that because you already know. I'll be like, the food.
But there were like certain conversations.
The food
and
in
such.
the container.
Girl,
you can eat if you want.
But you still cooked it.
Terrible.
You ain't make them go to Donald's. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I still cook.
You know what I'm saying? You still cook.
I cook because I gotta eat.
I was about to say that. She cooked because she wanted it.
No, because listen, you could have made just enough for you and your son, okay?
Listen, so, she thought out. She wasn't gonna waste that goddamn meat. She thought it all out. She wasn't gonna put it back.
I tried, Jay. I tried.
I'm done cooking for niggas.
Tried.
I'm done cooking for niggas.
Don't condone her fuckery.
You can cook for me though.
Damn.
6, 7. Right. What were we talking about? Yeah. Tree. Yeah.
Ain't this your show?
I got lost for a second. But yeah, no, I feel like I'm like you. Like my mother was, girl, I remember my mother with my dad, but my mother was my stepfather for a long time. And I remember her, like, even, what Jay was saying, like my mother worked sometimes 2 jobs or worked and went to school, came home, cooked, made sure we did our homework, put us to bed, made breakfast in the morning before we got like, she did all that. So I'm pretty sure we've had conversations, but it's like, even though you may not have the actual conversation, you still learn from watching. You know what I'm saying? That's the best damn teacher a lot of time. Example. Yeah, that's the best. I was on
punishment so much. All I could do was watch.
And you were the watcher.
Okay, that is a fact. But it's like, I just really think about it. Like I said, we are like, who teaches the man? But are we still teaching women or our little girls how to do these things? Like I even find myself having conversations with my 11-year-old. You know what I'm saying, about things that I do and why. Like, she sees me getting flowers every month. When package comes, she, what do he get you now? Mind your business. You know what I'm saying? But
also too, she know what to look for when she's in that stage.
That's right.
And this is why, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is why I have these conversations. And especially what she saw on the other end that wasn't healthy, I don't want her thinking that that's what it's supposed to be.
That's okay.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So I have these conversations because, yes, I want her to learn to make sure she's getting what she's worth and what she deserves, but also how to reciprocate that. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know if that important part is being taught to our girls. You can reciprocate. It's okay to be a partner to your partner. It's okay to cater to your partner. It's okay to be submissive in the correct way to your partner. Everybody ain't got to be a damn city girl. Everybody ain't got to be twerking on the beach, ready or trying to figure out who got the biggest bag. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to bring home the bag, but also cook the bacon that's in the bag.
But if you want to be a
But
city
are they
girl,
still?
you can, girl.
I mean,
You can
know,
be
a real
have a
ass bitch
whole
give a
hot
fuck
girl,
about a
my
nigga.
nigga.
Go ahead. But
I don't like them though.
And you can go right home to your man after that too. Like,
listen, what they say, I want to, in the summertime, I'm going to go out and, you know, be a hot girl summer, but then go home to my man.
but then go home. Exactly.
Sometimes I just want to do hood rat things with my friends.
With my friends.
Right. And
That
then
part.
go home
That
to
part.
my man. But, you know, it's the other part where it's like I saw a post and it was like, some girl was like, I went on a date with a guy and he paid with a debit card. Ew. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with a debit card?
Bitch, he got money in the bank. The fuck?
Got money.
Oh wait, I thought I thought it was a credit card.
No, I think it was a debit card. And I was like, what's wrong with a
Even
debit card?
still. Either way, like for
If
one,
he got both.
he got
I mean,
credit.
If he paid with a credit card, he got credit. Okay, and he got cashback
credit.
points, hopefully. But if he paid with a debit card, he got money in the bank.
Specifically, like there, and I'm
It
not
could
I'm
be
not
getting
saying the
some
post
Sky
that you saw didn't
Miles.
exist, but I remember specifically there was a post about a credit card, and the girl was saying if you pay with a credit card, you broke, you don't have the money.
You cheat. Yeah.
I remember that post.
You said you didn't
That
have the
post,
money
I
because
do remember
you were
that post.
borrowing the money, so you were broke. if you
I
used the
don't
credit
care
card.
if it's a Visa gift card, nigga. You pay.
I mean, you ain't gonna fucking 2-for-1
don't
coupon
care.
me out this.
No, we're not
motherfucker.
doing that.
No, I'm not saying that. But it's like, really? They broke because of their form of payment?
Yeah, that.
But
it
actually,
makes
he's being
sense.
smart
It
because
makes
when you
sense.
spend cash, that's not doing anything.
But again, this is what this is why I be thinking people are trolling. Like this can't be
What
real.
about a Cash App card?
I don't think it's
But
real.
the thing is,
Ain't it still cash?
It's still okay.
I just ask.
All right. You know, you might have a little business and people paying you in the cash app. You just pay it back out.
You
But
better
it's
stop
like-
that after
And again,
January
I
1st,
don't-
2022.
I don't want to say, I don't know any of our generation like that. I do know the next generation is very much, ooh, he can't do this. He can't buy me, some Chanel.
And that's a fact.
I don't want that.
Because
okay,
JT and Carisha is raising them.
Because
they
social
not.
Who
media.
that?
But they not.
It's because social
Because
media.
I know who's raising them very well. They're not.
Them 36-year-old
It's-
grandmas.
No.
It's really because of social media. Them and that whole trying to keep up with the Joneses. For
Yeah.
why?
Yeah.
For why?
Yeah. You know what? I think that a lot of it has to do with the desensitization of everyone and everything. I think that love and emotion has been sucked out of daily life, and people are more focused on what's a good look. I think that the actual human aspect of human interaction has been replaced with screen time. And again, what's a good look? If all you're paying attention to is what's on the screen in front of you, all you care about is how it looks. You don't really care about how
Right.
it feels. You really don't even know how it feels, or you don't even know how it's supposed to feel because you're more focused on how it looks.
I agree
That's
with
true.
that. I
would
also think
100% agree.
I also think is everybody and their mama is hurt. You got
Mm-hmm.
hurt people raising hurt people. You hurt me, so I'm gonna hurt you back. I'm hurt, so I don't know how to treat you right, even though you might be a good person. Is everybody just hurt and don't know what the fuck to do with themselves?
Again,
Because it's like, you
the
know how you
human
really
aspect is being
when you
stripped.
really like think about it and you actually talk to or listen to a man speak and you listen to a woman speak, we want the same thing, but don't nobody know how to fucking get it. But we want the exact same thing. But we don't know how to get it. How the fuck we get it?
You know what? A lot of people's fear of rejection causes them to front. And because there's no way in fucking hell that these conversations aren't being had, at least at a surface level. I'm not saying
Right.
everybody's taking a deep dive, right? But at the
Yeah.
baseline, these conversations are being had. But people are so fucked up with the whole rejection thing and the being alone thing and all that shit, right? Because at the end of the day, everybody wants somebody somehow, right? But the whole fear of rejection and all of that shit is causing people to, as the children say, cap about who they are and what it is that they want. And nobody is getting the real version of people. people are so fucked up with this whole, trying to be who somebody else wants them to be, that when their true colors come shining through, everything goes falling to shit. Instead of like, okay, perfect example, like the whole thing about dark skinned women, right? Or short guys. We'll take dark skinned women and short guys because they're picked on a lot. Why are we worried about who don't like us? Why do we care about who don't like us, who don't fuck with us? Go where you're celebrated.
That part.
It's a whole heap
Shut
of people
up,
that fuck
bitch.
with you.
I know somebody like
Okay?
I know somebody like it. Once again.
Because, I don't even know what complexion I am, but I ain't never had a problem getting with somebody. Never.
Girl, you brown. You brown.
Yeah,
It ain't never been no motherfucking issue.
milk chocolate.
And on top of that, I've dated the short guys, the 5'3", the 5'6", the 5'8". I've dated them, and I've had fun. Listen, stop worrying about who don't like you, and fuck with those who fuck with thee.
Who did? That is very true.
Fuck with who?
Fuck with those who fuck with thee.
Oh, I missed the "the" part.
Ain't nobody said.
I heard dino.
But yeah, like people
must miss you.
People are super fucking concerned. Oh my god. I just picked that one up. I just picked that one up. You on the road tonight, cuzzo?
I'm broke.
But no, I do. I agree with what you said. But I everything that you just said, I completely agree with. Because that's a question of mine as far as like, who are we teaching our daughters to be the next best, the best version of themselves? I mean, call it what you want. I always feel like, if you find a good man, there's an awesome woman standing beside him. You know what I'm saying? Are you that awesome woman, or are you tearing them down? You know what I'm saying? Right. It's the whole conversation that's been going on lately about women and what they bring to the table. Are you bringing something to the table? Yeah, I get it. This one over here in the corner is going to be, going to argue with me. I get it. I get it. I know she is. But at the same time, are you bringing something to the table besides a wet pussy, some pseudo head, and a headache?
She said pseudo.
Pseudo?
Pseudo.
Don't forget the Alfredo.
Child, please.
In a jar.
Hold on, okay? Because I used to do the jar Alfredo at one point, and I was still bringing stuff to the table, okay?
Are you delivered?
Got you out of that shit.
Yes,
okay?
I have been
delivered.
I have been delivered. So I'm bringing a little bit more to the table, but I've always brought shit to the table.
I was talking about Alfredo in the hole.
Okay.
See,
what?
Okay. Maybe I feel so sore about this whole table bullshit because two things. One, and most importantly, I built the motherfucking table. I built that bitch.
It's beautiful too.
You actually did do that.
I
did. Covered in all types of sawdust and everything.
Table. So my entire dick will be laid on that bitch for you to suck. Okay.
Like
but
this.
Okay. Oof. But the second thing, and this is real talk. Okay.
I'm sorry, I had to do that one. I'm sorry.
But the second thing is this. In my opinion.
The block is hot.
What?
The block is hot.
I heard sirens and stuff. I promise I don't live in the hood, but there's something going on outside the window.
Go ahead, Trees.
But the second thing is this. In my opinion, and other people's opinions may differ from mine, but a man who's about his shit and a man who is looking to do what traditionally men are supposed to do ain't worried about what she's bringing to the table.
I agree.
They're not concerned about that shit. What do you do? What do you do for me?
But I think that's all together. Like when I say bring to the table, I'm not talking about the bag. I'm not talking about financially. I'm saying, are you there to support that person? Are you there to uplift them?
Here we go though. they're that's not what in these arguments, that's not what they're
That's
talking
not what
about.
they mean.
That's not what they're talking about. They're talking about, oh, I need somebody who's gonna help with this and pay this and make sure she got, like, Neo and Jamie Foxx made a whole fucking song about it. I love her because she got her own. Why?
Right.
Why?
Cause she ain't a gold digger.
Okay, and then here we go with that thing, right? So you want somebody to have their own because you don't want a gold digger, but then when she don't need you, now you have a problem and
Now
you're
it's a
emasculated.
problem.
You can't have it both ways, my nigga. Pick. What the fuck do you want? Stop all this back and
Yes,
forth
all
bullshit.
circumstantial.
Stop all the contradictory bullshit. You want to be a fucking leader and you want a motherfucker to submit to you, but you want her to have her own bag?
But you can't have your own bag and let your man lead?
My man's bag is bigger than mine, so
Again, I'm not. What I'm speaking about is not us, because I know us. I know what we bring. But I'm saying, again, you know somebody out there like it. But I'm just saying, if they have the bag, I got my, and
but
this was me. This could have been me back in the day. I got my own shit. I don't need you for
guys
shit.
doing this shit. It's bagless guys doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Or it's guys who think that they can hold their bag over your fucking head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some of them. Yeah.
But
I also think too, it's like you said, because they they have their own bag, so they're not supposed to submit. And I think that's where a lot of the women get that thought too. I got my own shit. I don't need you for nothing. And that was something that was like me. I got my own shit. I don't need you for nothing. That don't mean I can't still submit to you. That doesn't mean I'm not supposed to still let you be the lead and head our family because I get my own shit. If I respect you on that
qualities do
thing,
you
that's what I'm gonna
possess
do.
that are leadership like? You talking all this shit. What actual leadership qualities do you fucking possess? Why are you so worried about me and what I do or don't have and all of that shit? Because as a
What
leader,
if they
you're
have 'em
supposed
and
to
you
be
don't let 'em?
cultivating your team.
What if they have them and you don't let them?
Who did what now?
What if they have the qualities, but you don't let them lead?
Then that person
You
is
don't
not the
let
person
them.
for you.
I mean, that's the whole thing.
That's what she talking about.
That's all I'm saying.
Them hoes.
They can have, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Them people, they can have that. You can have that man that have those qualities, want to lead, want to provide, want to protect, but I got my own shit. I don't need you to do shit for me.
Then that's not the girl that you pursue, homeboy. Back off. That's not the girl that you pursue. Again, thou shalt not fuck with those who do not fuck with thee. What are we missing here?
But I do think that is a lot more common now, with some women having that mentality of, I don't need you for shit. I got my own bag. I bring my own bag home. I got my own cars. I
Okay,
don't need
sis,
you
then
lead.
get
I'm
off
not gonna
Tinder
submit,
and holla at your rose.
Oh, not the rose.
At me then.
You know, I just snorted. On that note, can we can wrap this up. Get y'all final thoughts so we can get up out of here.
Fuck your table, nigga. I built it.
She did.
Solid.
She really did.
I'm by myself for a reason.
But you know what? That's wise. That's wise.
Yes, she said she's work in progress. She knows. She's aware. What
That
I said
is
in the beginning, she
wise.
is self-aware.
That is wise. On some real shit, my real final thought is this. My real final thought is this. Communication and honesty is key, because you could communicate all motherfucking day, but you could be communicating a whole bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Comprehension.
You could be out there telling if and the fifth and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But if it ain't what it is, then all that shit is gonna come crumbling down. So you out here having these unsuccessful situations because you're not real about yourself. So take some time, flip that motherfucking mirror on you, take a look at yourself, and make that change.
Go on, Michael.
That's my final thought.
I ditto.
Ev said she ditto.
You did. Oh, I thought she said I did and I was waiting for the rest. Oh, okay. Hey, I'm sorry. Yeah, my final thought is, guys, I tried to help y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I tried. That was my goal tonight. Okay, I tried, but I'm staying beside what I said. Yes, I do believe there are some women that need to do some self reflection and be by themselves, and become aware of self and with their toxic traits, how they are red flags and all that other trendy shit that's going on the Twitters nowadays, and fix themselves so that they can be the women that they need to be for themselves, and then they can have a partner.
And you know what else?
They can be.
You can work on
What
self
else,
while you
dear?
with someone as well.
Don't
You
work
can.
on
I'm
yourself
doing it right
to get
now.
a partner. Don't work on
Same.
yourself to get a partner. Don't do that.
Work on yourself for a better you.
Yeah.
Work on yourself so
Yeah.
that you don't. You know what I'm saying? Don't work on
But the
yourself
thing-
so that you get a partner. The partner is the
The partner's gonna come.
what's it
That's
called?
the result of the work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a benefit. That's a
the
perk of the
seasoning.
shit.
Yes.
That's
Yes. Okay. But yes, no. And I said this the other week. You do not have to be single in order to heal and become whole and all that other good shit. But you do need to be aware of your own shit.
Girl,
And that's
work,
basically
work
what I'm
on
saying.
yourself. Work on
Be
yourself.
aware of your own shit. Okay. Now, speaking of the Twitters and Facebook and Instagrams, go follow us and find us and chat with us there. We Kinda Old everywhere. Go visit our website, wekindaold.com. Send us an email at wekindaold@gmail.com. Text us, not call. Again, text, not call. At
Mom.
404-795. Don't do that. Don't do moms. Okay. What's the number? 404-795-6000. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Y'all know I'm old.
That is what it is.
Anything else I miss?
Tipsy
Yeah,
Tuesday
that's it.
coming back.
Tipsy Tuesday is coming.
I
You know
think
what?
it'll
By
be
the time
back
this
by the
episode
time this
drops,
drops.
yeah, by the
It's
time this
already
drops,
back.
Yeah,
Tipsy
it'll
Tuesday
be back.
back.
It'll be back. But yeah, we miss y'all. We love y'all. Can't wait to chop it up and get your glass because it's been a long time. We got some stuff to talk about. But anyway,
Tell
see
us
y'all
how your
next
summer
time.
was.
Join us on the next episode. We gonna.
Peace out.
We kinda old.